Okay. Um,
Station 1 for Super 9, Section B, Section 7, Station B, Section C, Station 1, at 1 for 6, for Station 1 plus 3, Section B, Station 1 plus 3 and 4, Station 1 plus 4, 73, Misamis Oriental. So the location is Mabini, Misamis Oriental. Yes, next please. So here's the location section FP. So next please. So for segment A, the stationing, there are total of 677 meters. For section B, rendering 117 meters. Section C, 397 meters. And section D, ETC. Section 4, section of section Additionally, RCPC having been the station limits. Next, please. So here is the actual allocation. So for the segment three, that's can be where numbers of existing section B. Next, please. So, section
have been determined. Happy days. I'd like to do those. Yung privilege lang. So, so yung mga-addition ko, so ko.
Jadi na napakawang pinuntungan sa Latugid Juan Pikas.
As per validation, paano na kita dali sa ano? Oh. Wala naman dito station limits po.
Kaya gusto na mga
the Station 1340 plus 503 to station 1341 plus 283. Next, please. The amount 52,752,000 approved budget cost 50,886,000. Total estimated cost 52,729,086.21. Project solution 254 calendar days. Next one. Scope of works, construction of road widening with the thickness of 25 meters, construction of 2 shoulders with a thickness of 25 meters, provision of gravel surface on selected portions, construction of land canal, extension of reinforced concrete pipe culverts, including slope, stone masonry, flood type, head wall, and existing structures and obstructions, relocation or removal of electrical posts, installation of road signage and pavement markings. Including items, construction of field office for the engineer, project leader, occupational safety and health, of utilities, removal of structures and obstruction, surface common excavation, foundation fill, pipe culverts and dam excavation, structure excavation, subgrade preparation, aggregate service course, crash aggregate surface course, PCCP 25 meters thickness, PCCP 20 meters thickness, reinforcing steel structural concrete, pipe culvert plus 4, PCPC, plus A, stone masonry, hazard markers, siblings or saplings, reflectors, thermoplastic payment markings white. Next please. So baliwala itong natin sa barangay. Next. Fishing map. As you can see, itong mga existing land canal installation of land canal weapon. Then installation of caverns. Ang children is the case. Next please. So what we're writing on sa project. Next. So typical roadway section, natin mga portion na may land canal both sides. Portion na left side lang canal nato. Next please. Then left side atong canal. Next please. So, natin ang installation sa extension sa RCPC, stone masonry. Next. Next. Balikan start. And that would be all. Budget ang one shoulder. Pave shoulder.
Pave shoulder na sa akin. Katarang pick atong isa ka project sa may mong gravel, di makakaya sa budget. The project with the title Installation or application of bridge safety facilities, bridge lighting along Butuan City, Cagayan, City, Iligan City Road, particularly Talisay Bridge, Pangasihan Bridge, Odiongan Bridge, Anakan Bridge, Malubog Bridge, Kibaluyot Bridge, Gahub Bridge, Mangiskis Bridge, Juan Bridge, Catuan Bridge, Lunao Bridge, Agay-ayan Bridge, and Minlagas Bridge. So, Misamis Oriental. So, next please. So, contract ID, sorry, wala na ako na input. Number of bridges, natin 13 ka bridges for this project. Number of units, natay 68, complete set of solar lights, location, Gingoog, City, Misamis Oriental. So therefore, kani siya nga matulaya is under ni siya, Gingoog City, Misamis Oriental. So appropriation 10 million, approved budget cost 9,768,936.35 pesos. Project duration is 125 calendar days. Next, please. So, muna siya atong mga location sa atong mga bridges nga sa lain-lain nga mga barangay sa along National Highway. So, natay Minlagas Bridge for Barangay Minlagas, Agay-ayan Bridge for Barangay Agay-ayan, Catuan Bridge for Barangay Lunao, and also Lunao Bridge, San Juan Bridge for Barangay San Juan, Mangiskis Bridge for Barangay 24A. Next, please. Gahub Bridge for Barangay 23, Kibaluyot Bridge for Barangay 22, Malubog Bridge for Barangay Santiago, Odiongan Bridge for Barangay Odiongan, Pangasihan Bridge for Barangay Pangasihan, and Talisay Bridge for Barangay Talisay. So, naka-incorporate rin sa ilang barangay ang mga names sa atong bridges. So, next please. So, natay mo siya atong project profile sa atong bridges with corresponding sa number of solar lights sa atong mga bridges. So, sa Talisay Bridge, natay tulo ka solar lights. Pangasihan Bridge, natay tulo. Odiongan Bridge, natay 11 ka buok. Anakan, natay tulo. Malubog Bridge, natay 7. Kibaluyot Bridge, natay 7. Gahub Bridge, natay 5. Mangiskis Bridge, natay 4. San Juan Bridge, natay 4. Catuan Bridge, natay 6. Lunao Bridge, natay 6. Agay-ayan Bridge, natay 5. Minlagas Bridge, natay 4. So, next please. So, muna siya atong plant profile sa elevation of general plan of general elevation sa atong mga bridges nga naka-incorporate or naka-indicate ng atong mga solar lights kung asa sila i-install. So, muna sa Minlagas Bridge. Next please. Muna sa Agay-ayan. Next please. Catuan Bridge, Lunao Bridge, San Juan Bridge, Mangiskis Bridge, Gahub Bridge, Kibaluyot Bridge, Malubog Bridge, Anakan Bridge, Odiongan Bridge, Pangasihan Bridge, and the Talisay Bridge. So, sorry, Talisay Bridge. So, next please. So, mag-ask mo unsa ang pag-install kay natay bridges pabalik ko sa kanunang pinakauna. Pinakauna diri nga after before ani. So, marana mo nakidwa ka type of installation sa atong solar lights natay sa railings na pud kay sa pedestal. So, next one. So, ako i-explain sa inyo ang plan details sa atong pag-install sa railing. So, natay base plate and then napod tayo mga angle bar na gigamit para ma-attach ang atong solar light sa atong railings. Ano sa houseborne, dili siya i-install sa sulod, dito dapat siya sa gawas para ma-utilize kani atong sidewalk sa mga tao magi sa atong tulay. So, I mean, dili siya obstructed or dili siya maka-create og obstruction sa atong mga lumalabay nga mga tao diri nga tulay. So, next please. So, mo pwede nga itong plan dito sa atong solar lights nga i-install dito sa approach. So, natay RCP, natay ka ng reinforced nga concrete o napwede mga excavation nga i-execute dari. So, muna siya atong plan ng details sa atong pedestal nga pagkahimuon sa atong solar lights on the approach side. So, next please. So, mo pwede atong mga list of items nga gi-include sa dari nga project. So, una, list natin construction field office for engineers, natin project billboard and signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization, surplus common excavation, foundation fill, aggregate service course, reinforcing steel grade 40, grade 60, o structural concrete nga 20.68 megapascal or 2,000 PSI, muna siya katong sa atong approach na pedestal sa atong solar lights. Then, carrying structural steel is muna siya sa atong railings nga metal katong angle bar o katong base plate. And last then is natay solar single arm solar LED roadway lighting nga 10 meter pole nga 50 to 80 watts o natay single arm solar LED roadway lighting nga 12 meter pole nga 80 to 125 watts. So kanang 10 meter pole is muna siya ang katong sa Odiongan i-install knowing wala dili siya widen. So then kanilang 12 meter pole is muna ni-install sa the rest ng mga bridges except Odiongan. So I think that would be all for this project. So any question on clarification po? Isa, para tanong sa tuwan. Yes, bale sa pinaka na. So, napunin tayo. Ay, no, sorry. Unang aluna is pinaka solar needs.
So, thank you. With the planning design.
First, a built-up certificate of registration. Second, a statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. Third, a statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or SLCC. Fourth, the bidder's computation of the net financial contracting capacity or NFCC. Finally, for joint ventures, a joint venture agreement or JVA in accordance with Republic Act number 4566, otherwise known as the Contractor's License Law and its implementing rules and regulations. Please be reminded that the failure of the bidder to update their FieldJet certificate of registration with the current and updated supporting documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the bidder's certificate. For the single largest completed contract, or SLCC, the bidder must have completed a contract similar to the project being bid. The value of the SLCC, adjusted for current prices of the PSA consumer price indices, must be at least 50% of the approved budget for the contract of the bid. However, contractors under small A and small B businesses who do not have similar experience may still be allowed to bid, provided that the cost of the contract does not exceed the allowable range of contract cost of their registration, in accordance with PFAB guidelines. Please note that the SLCC must be supported by a bidder's certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractor. Alternatively, a final rating of at least satisfactory in the CEES or a similar performance and monitoring system may be submitted. For contracts in the private sector, an equivalent supporting document shall be required. For the net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC, the bidder's completed NFCC must be at least equal to the approved budget for the contract to be bid. The NFCC is calculated using the prescribed formula as shown. The values of the current assets and current liabilities authorized to bidders shall be based on their fleet and stock. Joint ventures may participate in the bidding process, provided that the primary purpose of each member is selling or selling to the market. Each member of the venture shall jointly and severally provide under an ST in case of any breach or failure to comply with the project requirements. For the submission and the receipt of bids, each bid shall consist of two components: the technical component and the financial component. These components must be placed in separate sealed envelopes and submitted simultaneously. Bids shall be received by the bids award committee or BAC on the date, time, and place specified in the invitation to bid. The first bid envelope shall contain the technical documents, which must include at least a FieldJet certificate of registration under platinum membership, B, PCAB license and registration in the case of a joint venture, C, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, D, statement of the single largest completed contract, or SLCC. E, computation of the net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC. F, joint venture agreement if applicable, and G, bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity periods. Each project requirements, which shall include the following. 1, the organizational chart for the procurement project to be bid. 2, the list of contractors personnel, for example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen, to be assigned to the project, along with their complete qualifications and experience. 3, the list of contractors' major equipment units, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project. 4, omnibus sworn statement in accordance with section 54.3 of this IRI. 5, latest general information sheet in GIS, reflecting the beneficial ownership information, BOI, duly received by the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, for corporations. The following forms are for your reference. For bid security, all bids under competitive procurement methods must be accompanied by bid security. The bid security services guarantee that the bidder will enter into a contract if awarded the project. The bidder shall submit either a bid security declaration or any form of bid security in an amount not less than the required percentage of the ABC, according to the following schedule. Cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a bank. 2% of the ABC, bank draft or guarantee, or a relevant letter of credit issued by the bank. 5% of the ABC, surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company. 5% of the ABC, the omnibus sworn statement must be executed by the bidder or by its duly authorized representative. It should contain the requirements outlined in section 54.3 of the implementing rules and regulations of RA 12,009, contractors' key personnel. The key personnel should be the following number of years' work experience. The experience means total years of civil works experience of any nature in construction and engineering consultancy service. Include the tax identification number or TIN of the key personnel. Compliance to DEO. 98 series of 2016. Revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineer, and to include the contact number of the materials engineer. Compliance to DEO. 148 series of 2024. Guidelines in the accreditation and assignment of contractors and consultants project engineer. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that 1, the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and 2, he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications, as certified by the head of the implementing office, pursuant to Department Order Number 9, Series 2012. The proposed key personnel and replacement must be named in the bidding document. The following are the key personnel required. 1 project manager with 5 years of general experience and 5 years of relevant experience. A valid and updated government issued ID with 3 signatures should be attached. The second is 1 project engineer with 3 years of general experience, 3 years of relevant, and is a DPWH accredited project engineer. A valid and updated government issued ID with 3 signatures should be attached, including their project engineer certificate. The third personnel is 1 materials engineer who is a DPWH accredited materials engineer. A valid and updated government issued ID with 3 signatures should be attached, as well as their materials engineer certificate. The fourth personnel is 1 foreman who has 5 years of general experience and 3 years of relevant experience. A valid and updated government issued ID with 3 signatures should be attached. The fifth personnel is 1 safety officer 2, with 5 years of general experience and 3 years of relevant experience. A valid and updated government issued ID with 3 signatures should be attached, as well as their certificate of training issued by Dole. The last personnel is 1 full-time health personnel. A valid and updated government issued ID with 3 signatures should be attached, as well as their certificate of training. For contractors' major equipment units, the contractor must provide proofs of ownership or other supporting documents for equipment that is owned, leased, or under purchase agreements. For leased or purchased equipment, a certificate of availability from the lessor or vendor must be submitted for the duration of the project. Proofs of ownership and supporting documents must specify model and year, capacity, performance, or size, plate number, motor number, body number, chassis serial number, engine serial number, specific location and condition of the equipment. These requirements are in accordance with Department Order 58, Series of 2012. For contractors' minimum materials testing equipment, refer to Department Order 11, Series of 2017 for the required equipment. The second bid envelope shall contain the following financial documents. Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. Original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. Cash flow by order. Submission and receipt of bids. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. The address for receipt of bids submitted manually is Back Conference Room, 3rd floor, DPWH MOFDEO, Barangay 26, Gingoog City, Misamis Oriental. For electronic submission, electronic bids _Misamis Oriental 1 at dpwh.gov.ph. Modification of bids. Bidders may modify their bid before the deadline for the receipt of bids. In case of modification, bidders shall not be allowed to retrieve their original bid, but shall only be allowed to send another bid, equally sealed, properly identified, linked to their original bid, and marked as modification and stamped received by the bank. Withdrawal of bids. Bidders, through a letter, may withdraw their bids or express their intention not to participate in the bidding before the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. They shall no longer be allowed to submit another bid for the same contract, either directly or indirectly. Withdrawal of bids after the deadline shall be subject to appropriate sanctions. The financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid process. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. Completeness. No price and required item free to the government, RA 12,009. Indicating a 0 or a dash free to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including, where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections. Bid prices in figures versus words prevail. Total price per item versus unit price for the item as extended or multiplied by the quantity of that item. Unit price for the item as extended or multiplied by the quantity of that item prevails. Stated total price versus actual sum of prices of component items. Actual sum of prices of component items prevails. Unit cost in the detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ. Unit cost in BOQ prevails. Amount in price schedule versus amount in bid form. Amount in bid form prevails. Post-qualification. Legal requirements. Licenses, certificates, permits, agreements, and non-inclusion in blacklist. Technical requirements. Key personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. Availability and commitment of major construction equipment and materials and laboratory equipment. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any project, or a negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts within 7 calendar days and to complete them within 30 calendar days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance within 30 calendar days and complete them within 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures. Substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specifications, or unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. Financial requirements. Bid price proposal. Required committed line of credit in the amount specified and over the period stipulated in the bidding documents, when applicable. NFCC, within 5 calendar days from receipt by the bidder of the notice from the back that the bidder has the LCB, MIAB, MAB, or HRB, the bidder shall submit the following. All the eligibility documents supporting its PhilJEP certificate of registration, platinum membership. its latest income and business tax returns filed for the preceding quarter, which should not be earlier than 2 quarters from the date of submission and receipt of bid, and other appropriate licenses and permits required by law and stated in the bidding documents. The BAC shall recommend to the Hope the award of contract to the bidder with the LCRB after the post-qualification process has been completed. Within 10 calendar days from receipt by the winning bidder of the notice of award, the following conditions should be complied before the contract may be awarded. Submission of the following documents by the winning bidder. Valid JVA if applicable. A valid PCAB license and registration for the type and cost of the procurement project bid for foreign bidders in infrastructure projects, when the treaty or international or executive agreement expressly allows submission of such license and registration as a precondition to the notice of award, or the SEC certificate of registration of the foreign corporation, or the SEC certificate of registration of the foreign consulting firm, or the authority or license from the appropriate government agency or professional regulatory body of foreign professionals engaging in the practice of regulated professions and allied professions, where applicable. Posting of performance security by the winning bidder in accordance with Section 68 of this IRR. Signing of the contract by the parties. Common errors in the submission of bids. Failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission, indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. Overlapping with pledge equipment and committed key technical personnel. Failure to indicate the validity of bid in bid form. Late submission of bids. Failure to submit supporting documents, such as the certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project, if equipment pledge is to be leased purchased. Negative slippage in the ongoing projects, negative 15% or more, or negative 10% in each of the 2 or more ongoing projects. Unsatisfactory CPS rating, incomplete pages of bid documents, technical and financial. Authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. Single proprietor. Signatory should be the owner, proprietor only. Corporation cooperative. Board secretary's certificate and board resolution. Joint venture resolution agreement. Partnership, as indicated in the articles of partnership.
The DPWH has officially mandated ISO 901 certification at an additional recording in the DPWH. The bids and awards committee reminds all prospective bidders of their obligation and quickly disclose all ongoing and awarded but not yet started contracts, including the government and private contracts. Failure to submit and declare any unawarded but not yet started contract constitute a ground of disqualification and inexecution of activities returns. Procurement activities. Issuance, downloading of bidding documents, including following websites: www.bidwitch.gov.ph and result of bids tracking of bidding documents on July 26 until 10 bids on July 26 at 10 a.m. Category of plots, CCP. 26 Special Road Plan for the Recovery Card, MVUC, as per Republic Act 11239. Thus, installation, application of bridge safety facilities, bridge lighting, along Butuan City, Cagayan City, Iligan City Road, Talisay Bridge, Pangasihan Bridge, Odiongan Bridge, Anakan Bridge, Malubog Bridge, Kibaluyot Bridge, Gahub Bridge, Mangiskis Bridge, Anakan Bridge, Catuan Bridge, Lunao Bridge, Agay-ayan Bridge, and Minlagas Bridge, Misamis Oriental. Major category 4, electrical work, construction, road safety system, solar LED street lights, solar studs, and signalization. 2622-25, construction of Mabini Road, Barangay, Cagayan, Station 0, plus 572 to Station 1 plus 2 from Section B, Station 0 plus 758 to Station 0 plus 875. Station C, Station 1 plus 126 to Station 1 plus 523. Section B, Station 1 plus 324 to Station 1 plus 473, Binuangan, Misamis Oriental. Major category works, roads, construction, PCCP. For technical and financial documents, please refer to the sample on the screen. It is a mandatory requirements that the bid and supporting documents should be hard and properly done. Thank you. Activity 64F. Continuing application.
It was